Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the World of Wrestling Podcast. Here today to discuss about TNA Rebellion 2026. And I gotta say, folks, I am glad I tuned in for UFC 327 because that show was a lot better than this. This show was TNA Impact, basically with Rebellion put on it. It did not feel all that much of a different show. I mean, they did have some good matches here and there. They had championship matches out the wazoo. So that's about the only difference between Rebellion and an Impact Wrestling show. That's how I felt about it. I thought a lot of the matches were average at best. Some of them were below average. A lot of heel turns. The main event for the world title was a lot of over-the-top booking here, with a lot of outside interferences out the wazoo, and it was just completely and utterly insane. But let me go ahead and get into it with you guys for this Rebellion pay-per-view review. Alright. So the very first match of the night, we had Leon Slater going up against Cedric Alexander for the TNA X Division Championship. I will say that this match was a very fun, entertaining matchup. This was perfect for the opener, and they did a fantastic job, the two of them, in this match. Leon Slater, though, goes over once again in this matchup. They fought each other over the championship last year, and this year, still the same result. Leon Slater wins. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Leon Slater is a great wrestler. He's got great finesse moves and all that. And I will admit, I do enjoy watching the flips and dives by these guys, but can we get something different than what we generally get, which is most of the time flips and dives? I honestly think that they could do a lot better, and they don't have to throw their bodies around. But for the next division championship, that's to be expected in this type of matchup. So kudos to them. 4 out of 5 stars. Awesome, entertaining matchup by both of these guys. They did a good job together here in the opener of the show. 4 out of 5 stars. Frankie Kazarian went one-on-one with Elijah, formerly known as Elias, from WWE, and Frankie Kazarian won this matchup and walked away as the victor. This match, very, who cares? Not a big deal. I'd say it was a 3 out of 5 stars, I'll give it, if that. So, no big deal there. Special Agent Zero went up against Moose. Alicia Edwards got injured with an ankle injury, supposedly. Later on in the show, we are surprised by the fact that she is not really injured from that spot in this matchup. And Moose tried to carry her off to the back to get her treatment for her ankle injury, and was not really too worried about the match. But Order 4, I believe, got involved in this matchup and got Moose back in the ring for Special Agent Zero to pick up the victory and walk away with the W. This match was not all that big of a deal. 2 out of 5 stars, and it went less than 15 minutes. Next, we had the 6-women hardcore country tag team match with the Elegance brand, with Ash by Elegance, Heather by Elegance, and M by Elegance, defeating the Mickey James ODB and Taryn Terrell in this matchup. I have nothing to say about this match. This match, thankfully, did not go on too long, and nothing really special about it. I thought this match sucked. 2 out of 5 stars. Absolutely blowed. Next, we had Nick Nemeth going up against AJ Francis. This was not bad at all. I'd say 3.5 out of 5 stars. Good work by both of these guys. AJ Francis, surprisingly, me putting that in the same sentence is kind of surprising, but he didn't do bad. But then again, Nick Nemeth was there wrestling him, so, the match definitely was going to be good regardless because Nick Nemeth is great at what he does. He had Bernie Kosar, the quarterback from the Browns back in the day. I don't know why. Just because they're in Cleveland does not mean they have to bring out some old geezer who used to play in the NFL for the worst team in the NFL of all time just to be there. But whatever. Yeah, good matchup. Nick Nemeth walked away with the W here. And there you go. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Next match, we had Ariana Grace going up against Li Young Lee. And Xia Brookside turn on Li Young Lee. For whatever reason, I have no idea why that was the case. But it is what it is. Ariana Grace retains her championship thanks to Brookside, but Brookside did not show any interest in joining forces with Ariana Grace or being an ally of hers. This is strictly between Li Young Lee and Xia Brookside. So, it is what it is. I don't understand where this came up. I didn't see any kind of clues coming up that this was going to happen leading up to the episodes to this event, so I'm not quite sure, but then again, Li Young Lee and Brookside are not exactly my top priority of paying attention to on this show. But Ariana Grace walked away with the W, and that's that. So, voila. And Li Young Lee lost. I'd say this is a 2 out of 5 stars, and I'm just being nice. I would say 1.5 out of 5 stars. I do not care for this match whatsoever. Real boring ass fucking match. Next, we had Mustafa Ali going up against Trey Miguel for the TNA International Championship. Mustafa Ali picked up the victory here. Now, I actually was predicting this. I didn't bring, do an actual preview predictions video for this, but I kind of figured Mustafa Ali was picking up the W here, even though Trey Miguel just picked up this championship a few months ago. But yeah, I wasn't surprised. Mustafa Ali definitely deserved a win here. This was a fun matchup. 4 out of 5 stars. Very entertaining work by both of these guys. Trey Miguel did a slide on his knees in the middle of the ring and then dove outside through the bottom rope and did a tornado DDT to Mustafa Ali. One of the highlights of this entire matchup. And overall, the rest of the work that they did together was very decent. Entertaining work by both of these guys. 4 out of 5 stars. Good shit. Very entertaining matchup. This is a match I'd go back and watch if I was to rewatch this event. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Next, we had The System with Bear Bronson and Brian Myers going up against the tag team champions, Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys, defending the TNA tag team titles, TNA World Tag Team titles. It was there. 3 out of 5 stars. I think they were trying to sell a lot of the injury portion of this match, which I think maybe hurt the match a little bit because of the pace. The pace was very slow, lethargic. So, I mean, it was what it was. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was average at best. Hardy Boys end up losing the tag team titles to Bear Bronson and Brian Myers. So yeah. Last thing was the main event with Mike Santana and Eddie Edwards for the TNA World Championship. This was Eddie Edwards' Feast or Fired TNA World Title match that he got from that so-called wannabe Money in the Bank only they actually issue fire slips for someone to be let go of. And Mike Santana ends up winning this match. Alicia Edwards, like I said before, tries to help Eddie Edwards win the title, but that was not the case. Moose presented that this was a sham. She was not actually injured. They apparently had the recording going. The cameras were rolling as this segment apparently closed from our viewpoint, but the cameras continue to roll after we finish seeing the segment. And Mike Santana still ends up winning the match regardless of the interferences. He got, I think, about 3 Boston knee parties and still was able to kick out of all of those. He did his finishing maneuver around the block clothesline, and he hit that multiple times because he had an injury occur to his hand/arm during the matchup. He tried to do a spinning clothesline, but ended up missing, hit his arm against the ring post during the beginning of the match, and then was slingshot right into the steel steps and hit his shoulder into that as well, which kind of made it very difficult for him to connect full power with that clothesline. And he, though, hits it about 3 different times. The first 2 weren't exactly as strong, but the last one he put all of his might behind it, connected, got the 1, 2, 3, and that was the end of the match. That was your overall TNA Rebellion pay-per-view, guys. So, personally, I mean, the main event was okay. I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Maybe 3.5, but I'll go with the 4 out of 5 stars. I thought the matchup was fairly decent for a main event, but too many outside interferences, and I thought for a moment Eddie Edwards was going to win this fucking match, which would have really threw me for a loop. I would have been pissed. But yeah, I'm glad Mike Santana retained the title, but I'd say about maybe 3, maybe 4 matches were good. The rest of it was just there. You know, it wasn't all that big of a fucking deal. If you went out of your way to spend the money to watch this, you're kind of crazy. Obviously, I didn't, or I wouldn't be. Well, I would have been reviewing this late. But yeah, I will be reviewing AEW Dynasty tomorrow before Monday Night Raw goes on the air. I may have to end up watching it Monday night after dinner. So I might start watching it around 6, get done with it at around 10 if I can't watch it live. And provide you guys that review around 10ish and whatnot. So keep an eye out for that, but I'm not going to be able to do Dynasty live immediately after it goes off the air because it's going to be way too long of a show, obviously. So anyway, guys, at this time, you know what to do. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And hit the go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great night, guys. Bye.